So in the final episode of this season, Trese and the group were confronting the resurrected Dato Talagbusaw, the god of war who nearly destroyed the planet decades ago. And now he's returned to ensure that he doesn't waste this time or get exiled, as shown in a flashback a few episodes ago. However, there are far more deadly plots at work, and it all comes to a head at the end of Season 1's finale. The final episode of the season throws a lot at the audience, complete with an epic battle and a healthy dose of exposition. Here's all you need to know about the last episode of Season 1. For those in a hurry, you can skip to this timestamp for a short summary and explanation of the season finale. But before we start the video, I would like to say thank you so much for the overwhelming support that you have given to me in the comment section down below. I will continue to do my best and improve my work. So if you have any suggestions or recommendations, please comment down below. I always try to respond to as much of them as possible. And without further delay, let us begin the video. After believing Mayor Sancho Santamaria was behind the string of magical attacks on mortals, Alexandra finds out that the Mayor Sancho, a man she helped arrest and imprison, is seemingly behind everything that she has been investigating in the past few weeks. It is also revealed that Nuno sa Manhole, a longtime associate of Alexandra, has joined forces with Sancho. Although she and her allies managed to defeat them, the real puppeteer turns out to be Talagbusaw, who has orchestrated his return by manipulating Sancho and Nuno. Alexandra and her allies do their best to get rid of him, but he's too powerful, and once he regains control over his sons, the Kambal were forced to apprehend her. Talagbusaw begins to explain. Anton's partner became pregnant with twins, the fifth and the sixth child. The first destined to conquer, the other to bring balance. These are the children from the prophecy that Anton feared, so he tried to get rid of the prophecy. Anton sacrificed Alexandra's sister. Alexandra refuses to believe it, but Talagbusaw's story is convincing. Flashbacks reveal that Anton refused to sacrifice Alexandra despite council pressure. He committed genocide on his own allies. Innocent blood was spilled for Anton's lies. Talagbusaw calls Alexandra's father a manipulator. The Season 1 finale spends a considerable amount of time offering expositions about who Alexandra is and what her father has done to prevent her from attaining her horrible destiny. It not only offers context to the story until this point, but also sets it up for future seasons. Talagbusaw tells Alexandra that her twin, whose name was Sinag, wasn't stillborn. But knowing that Sinag would become the warrior that brings the world to its knees for Alexandra, Anton killed her. He tried to hide Alexandra's true identity from the other members of the Accords. Despite the fact that she does not necessarily trust the god of war, Alexandra was shocked and horrified by what Talagbusaw tells her about her father. Talagbusaw asks Alexandra to follow her destiny and bring judgment. Captain Guerrero attempts to defend Alexandra by shooting an RPG rocket launcher at Talagbusaw, but the god grabs him by the neck and murders him instantly. The event that had just occurred puts Alexandra in utter despair. Surprisingly, before the captain died, he praised Anton for being a nice guy, or at least attempting to be. Alexandra opens her eyes and tells Talagbusaw that she is not her sister nor her father, but she is a Trese. Her eyes lit up, and Basilia and Crispin let go of her. They were no longer under Talagbusaw's command. She then uses dragon's blood to open a dragon's gate, which is a type of sigil that can teleport people across space and time, and even dimensions. She then traps Talagbusaw in an unknown realm before returning to her world. What does this mean for the story, you ask? Well, in taking care of Talagbusaw, this meant that the threat of the Armageddon has been pushed back. Long story short, a prophecy that has been foretold throughout many generations says that the sixth child of the sixth child will bring balance upon the human and spirit world. Anton, Trese's father, thought that he can change fate, decides to look for the prophesied sixth child and to prevent the apocalypse from happening. He knew that he could not do it alone, so he formed the council and united the human and supernatural worlds through his accords. and thus the alliance was formed. Anton searched for every corner of both worlds, determined to find the prophesized lost twins. But ironically, Anton's wife was pregnant with twins, a fifth and a sixth child. These twins were confirmed by the seers and Trese's mother to be the same prophesized children that Anton vowed to stop, his own flesh and blood. It was when Anton took matters into his own hands. He destroyed every evidence there is of the existence of the fifth child, believing that getting rid of fate's prophesized conqueror, he could stop the apocalypse, even if it meant sacrificing his own daughter. Anton killed Trese's sister and turned her into a dagger. For audiences to understand the significance of the Balete tree in the Season 1 finale, they must learn about the role it has within the Filipino folklore at large. Balete trees are essentially parasitic plants where they attach themselves to other foliage within the vicinity until it finally dies. Various myths surround these trees that mention everything from serving as home to monsters to functioning as portals between realms. The Balete trees are supernatural fig trees that connect the underworld, mortal world, and the sky world. Their roots extend into the underworld, trunks in the mortal world, and the branches and leaves touch the sky world. This has seemingly made them portals to traverse between realms. To complete her trial, Alexandra enters a Balete tree, so we can assume that she traveled to other realms. In her absence, her family, both biological and adopted, protected her and the tree. When she returns, she finds Hank waiting for her. He tells her that 5 years have passed in the mortal world and her father died holding the line in front of the tree. For my own review, I would honestly give Trese a solid 7 out of 10. It's a good show with promising story and plot. The artwork looks amazing. But for me, personally, the consistency of the animation between each episode could use some slight improvement. Nonetheless, great series, and I'm hoping for another season. Anyways, thanks for watching my video, and see you guys next time.